Servus and hello, my name is Fireball313 and welcome back to another video of Beyond the Game. Today in this episode I present again 4 games of my collection with some more modern titles this time. The first game was for me a small disappointment, and that is Dead Island 2, and this is the Hell LA edition. Oh wait, so now you guys can see it better. This came out in April 2023. I bought it 1 month ago, just by coincidence. My girlfriend found it in an electronics store, and it was, I mean, it's a really good condition, and the price was really cheap. So I immediately bought that one because I love the predecessor on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. There you have the definitive edition on that. Yeah, actually Dead Island, the franchise, let's call it like that, is a zombie survival game with a huge focus on melee weapons, yeah, and surviving, crafting, stuff like that. So yeah, I played a lot of Dead Island, first on the PlayStation 3, later on the PlayStation 4, and you can guys imagine I wanted to have this one. About the gameplay, I was a little bit disappointed. I mean, I was not expecting an open world or something, but in the first games, really, the zombies are a huge threat. And in the second game, actually, not so much, because they put a huge focus on ranged weapons also. So in this case, actually, when you level up your character and you get very soon a lot of awesome weapons, yeah, you can feel like a god, you know, and you slay the zombies like that. So I never felt this huge threat in this game. And besides that, you had some small little problems in the game. For example, when you clean a place with all the zombies and when you just turn around, the zombies immediately respawn in front of your eyes. You know, and the storyline is really very basic, and the game takes place not on an island. In this case, it's Los Angeles, and yeah, at the end of the game you have an open end, and that was disappointing also. I really didn't like the main protagonist, so yeah, I mean, it was okay. If you guys ask me, I would give a rating of 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, it's not a must-have, but if you can guys see it for cheap, just grab it. I want to take the focus more on the Hell LA edition, because it comes with a lot of cool items. Yeah, and I must really admit, I like the package design. So this is the front of the package, and you can see it is quite big. And this is the side, you saw it already. And here is the back of it. And here you can see already all the content. And beside digital extras, you get some physical extras also. And I really love that. So yeah, and you open it like that. You have this plastic sleeve, and the box looks like this. And then you open it like this, and you take this. Right, let me put this away. And here you get all the extra stuff. Let me get this out first, and then I show you guys everything piece by piece. So here you can see all the goodies goes there, and then it fits perfectly. So first, let's look at the metal case. It's good quality. The design is okay. It reminds me a little bit of the 80s because of purple and all these colors. So it's okay, I would say. And first, let me take out the stuff, because you have some images in the back. It's not extraordinary, but it's better than just a white background or something. Of course, then you have the game on a Blu-ray. Then, of course, you get here's a gold weapon pack, this digital content, of course, you have a download code for that. Then, of course, here this hammer and this fork lifting thingy, something like that. The pulp weapon pack. Then you get the expansion pass, the character package 1 and 2. And a baseball bat, and yeah, and this is some basic information. So this is the digital content. This is okay. It's not a game changer. Only thing what is really interesting is the expansion pack. That is for all the DLCs. When the future DLCs comes out, then you can download it for free because you paid already for that. So then you get this, let me see, I think this is a map or something. Actually, I never opened it before, so let's open this up and see what we get. Oh, now this is really, this feels really, really cool. This is really good quality paper. And this is a map of Venice Beach. This is one of the locations what you can visit in the game, actually. Later you can see Hollywood also. Yeah, and I can guys tell you, because this is not really an open world, this is just a restricted area. It's a big area. You enter here, and then you have all the stores here. For example, here's the headquarters. And yeah, and if you follow the main storyline, then you must go here. They built some kind of fortress, like sandcastle fortress, let's call it like that. Yeah. Yeah, and then you get some information about that. Ah, cool. On the other side, there's all the other locations. You start, I think you start in Beverly Hills, and then you get to the Monarch Studios, and then Hollywood Boulevard, and Brentwood Sewer, Venice Beach, Ocean Avenue, Santa Monica, Bel Air. So, but what really amazed me, why they just do a map of Venice Beach and not just the rest of the environments, because like I said, you have Beverly Hills and Bel Air, and yeah, strange. Yeah, but it's nice. So, and the quality paper is good, really good. Then, oh wait, I must turn this around because I want to present it in a nice way. Then you get this one. And this you can put at your shirt, for example. I don't know the English word for that, sorry about that. You know, you can take it out and then you plug it more or less at your shirt, and you can fix it with that, you know. Yeah, looks nice. And besides this, you get this. These are tarot cards. And they have a nice quality also, with a glossy finish. So yeah, for example here, tarot cards, and this is strength. And then you have the hermit. In the game, you have a level system, but you don't have any kind of ability points. Every time when you level up, you unlock one of these cards, and the cards give you some abilities. Like that you have more dexterity, stamina, or that you, I don't know, that you can use special things. So yeah, and this looks nice, I think. And then, for example, if you are a fortune teller or something like that, you can turn it around, and then you mix it, and when you choose one, for example, I choose this one. Ooh. I have the strength. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah. At least, yeah, it's nice. So yeah, yeah. What I just, this is important to know. What I really miss in this package is, it's a shame that they don't put any kind of soundtrack CD That is a real shame, I think. I think this must be always included in some kind of special edition, you know, that you have the soundtrack, or at least an art book, something like this. Yeah, if you find this for cheap out in the wild, try to get it. The value of this package, what you saw, is around 100 euro. I got it cheaper, really cheaper, and all the download codes are still functional. So yeah, I was really lucky. So, and if you want to have a nice time with zombies and some kind of survival mechanics, yeah, you can do nothing wrong with this game. But don't expect an epic RPG or something. Ah, shit, I forgot to tell you guys. If you are interested, I made a video about Dead Island 2. I made a long play, so I finished the game. If you are interested in that, I put a link in the description. So, yeah, the second game, what I would like to show, I just finished recently, and soon there will be a video about that also. That is Raiden III, the Mikado Maniax Deluxe Edition. That came out in June of 2023, and this is a representative of my most beloved genre, and that is just a shooter, you know, vertical or horizontal, doesn't matter. So I like games like Raiden, R-Type, Gradius. That is my kind of stuff, actually. You know, I was grown up with this kind of games. So this is a small remake of the original Raiden 3. That is this one. There was back then this was first the arcade version, later they ported this to the PlayStation 2, and this is quite interesting. When we talk about this version, I can tell you guys I paid 10 euro back then for this version, brand new, and the value of this one in this condition, like I show you soon, guys, is 150 euro plus. So yeah, this is quite a collector's item. Yeah. So you know what, guys? Let's talk first about this one. Yeah, this is the front actually of the cover, and it's looks a little bit like the PlayStation 5 version. Soon I talk about the difference. Raiden is back finally in 3D, a new action challenge through hordes of enemy spacecrafts, enormous bosses. They are full of surprises. The free classic attack return, right range, laser and energy string. Yeah. You have a 2-player mode, of course, and this game got designed by Moss. Here you have, of course, the DVD and the manual. And this is important to know. First, I want to show you the manual of the PlayStation 2 version, and then we can compare actually the content of the PlayStation 5 version, and then you see some difference. So, yeah. Actually, there's introduction, but hey, this is just a shooter. You don't need an introduction, actually. Just start the game and shoot everything what is in front of you. So, and of course, the control button layout is quite easy, you know. So, and that is really important now. You have just the normal game main play mode, you know, then you have the score attack mode, the boss rush mode, and the main play mode you can even play in dual. That means you can use both ships with your analog stick. So with the left stick, you control the left ship, and with the right stick, the right shift. And here, for the PlayStation 5 version, they claim that is brand new stuff and something like that. No, it's actually not. It was already included here in the original version. So, so you buy actually this one just for the new soundtrack, some small changes, and of course with the graphical update. That's it. Yeah, and of course online leaderboard. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that one. Yeah. So of course you have the red ship and the blue ship, of course. I mean, game is already really hard, and if you can control both ships at the same time and you don't get hurt in any kind of way, wow, I really congratulate you. Then you're really a pro. Yeah, so for the game has just 3 weapons. That is the Vulcan shot, it's a spread shot, the laser, it's a straight shot, and then the proton laser. And this is the guided laser, something like that. The sub weapons is the nuclear missile, just flies straight ahead. Then the homing missile is most useful, I think, and then the radar missile. Yeah. Then of course you have the giant bomb and the ferry for hidden bonuses and yeah, 1-up item. Then the score attack mode, the boss rush mode. Yeah, that was new in this version because you didn't have this in the arcade machine. And of course you can, and that is the thing what they tell also, that you have a lot of new artwork and stuff like that. That is already included here also, yes. And you could, of course, that is important for shooter fans, you could change the screen mode to Tate mode, then you turn it around, then you have the full resolution, but that means you must turn around your television also. Yes, and then of course they talk about some techniques. So I must really admit, it's always a bonus to have a manual in this type of game, but not really required because it's so easy to pick up and play, at least for me. So yes, that is the original Raiden. Really good, yeah, shooter. Now we look at the deluxe edition of the Mikado Maniax. What is brand new here? They updated the graphics, you know, on 4K, and there's a new soundtrack. Actually, you have online leaderboard. And what you get here also is, in the deluxe edition, you get a poster and a digital soundtrack, yeah. The thunder strikes 3 times. Woohoo! I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool, right? So, yeah. And first, we have again a small little artwork. And if you know the design and you know a little bit the game, this really looks familiar. This is the first level. This is level 4, I think. Yeah. Let me put this back. 1 second. Doesn't want to go there. Okay. So, yeah, of course, the standard Blu-ray. Nothing extraordinary about that. Then you get the download code for the digital soundtrack. You can download it 3 times. That is nice. You get really the full soundtrack. That is really nice. So you get 33 songs. Shame is, for me, it would be nicer if you had a music CD. That would be nice. So, and besides that, you get a nice poster. It's a little bit small, but hey, better than nothing. And this is just the, let me think, almost the same image like the original one. Yeah. What is missed opportunity also, it would be nice if they had a second image, you know, and then you could turn it around. For example, this is the red one, and here you would put the blue one or something. Yeah, the digital, no, sorry, digital. Actually, the deluxe edition is quite cheap. For 50 euro, you get this one. And yeah, it's a nice upgrade. If you don't have the original one for the PlayStation 2, then of course you just need to have it if you're a fan of this genre. If not, you will notice some slight little tweaks in the gameplay, because first I finished this one and I made a video, and immediately I started to play this one also, and then you notice that the behavior of the patterns of some ships are different and bullet behavior is different. And because this runs just with 30 Hertz, this is 16% slower than this version. And this is a huge difference in this kind of shooter. But it's a really good one, and I recommend that. Yes. The next game is actually quite a brand new title. I just finished it. And that is Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. the word Gaiden is Japanese and means something like side story, so this doesn't belong into the timeline of the original Double Dragon games, and it's a little bit different also in this case. The release was in summer of 2023, and this cost 30 euro. This is just a standard version. This is not a special edition, but I want to include it because you get some goodies. And that is always nice. I mean, if you know Double Dragon, this is a side-scroll beaten up. You know, the roots are from the arcade in the late 80s. Yeah, of course, everybody of my age played this, and it was quite popular. That was before Final Fight came out. That was the king of the side-scroll beaten up. And over the years, actually, the franchise got more worse and worse. I think the last really good title was Super Double Dragon on the Super Nintendo. But I must really admit, this game is really good also. It's still a side-scroll beaten up. It makes some stuff a little bit different. It has some kind of small little upgrade system. You can earn points. With the points, you can buy new characters, some special abilities, what you can use and take it to the next level. For example, in the first level, let's say you have 2,000 coins. You can spend it for extra life or for more speed, more power, more strength, and stuff like that. So I must admit, this game is quite cheap, but the playtime is something like around 2 hours. And then you just finish it, of course, with one character. You can play it with, let me think, I think even, no, on just 2 players. Of course, it has online play, that is nice also. And it has a team buddy feature. That means you choose always, even if you play alone, you choose always 2 characters and you can switch on the fly. And every character plays a little bit different. Yeah, I must admit, I enjoyed this game. It's really good. And it has a nice retro feel when you talk about the soundtrack and the graphics and everything. Yeah. So this is the front. This is the back, and you can really see already it goes for this retro pixel style, and I'm a sucker for that. Yeah. And it says Double Dragon returns with tag team action. Explore the early beginnings of the Double Dragon brothers in this alternate story, in this fresh roguelike take. Every playthrough is a brand new chance at new action. Tag in and out with an unlockable roster of 13 characters. Tag team action, beaten up with roguelike elements, 13 unique characters, and up to 2-player local co-op. Yeah, right. Yes, roguelike, that was actually the right word. Yeah, so this, like I said, this is the standard version, and this is a disc, and this is the extra content. And here, this is a bad example how you can use the inside of the package just with standard information. It would be so nice if they place some artworks here, you know. Yeah, missed opportunity. Another thing also, yes, I know it's not a special edition, but it would be so nice. I mean, this is the only version of Double Dragon Gaiden. It would be so nice if they put a soundtrack CD, something like that, you know. But yeah, okay. But for 30 euro, you can ask for that in this case. So what do you get for 30 euro? Yeah, you get a big ass poster. Yes, Luigi. Go away. So you get a big ass poster, and it's of course the front of the cover. Yeah, looks nice. Awesome. What a shame. The back is unfortunately white. So it would be so cool if they had an alternative version, something like that. Yeah, but what can you expect for 30 euro, right? Yeah, I know. Sometimes I ask too much. And beside that, you get some really cool stickers, and this is then with the bitmap style, so you can see, guys. Yeah, and the character looks like that, really cute. Yeah, the gameplay is really solid, so yeah. I really recommend that if you like side-scroll beaten-up games. And if you want to unlock all the characters, of course, you are really busy for a couple of times, I would say. Yeah, this is a really good one. Oh shit, I forgot to put Luigi back at his place. So come on, little fellow. Yes, and don't fall off, otherwise, pew! Yeah, the last game for this video doesn't need any kind of introduction. That was a very important title for the original Xbox, and a very important title for the first-person shooter community, especially on console also. Yeah, Halo 2, of course. This got released back then in, let me think, November 2002, and back then the Xbox Live online service launched also, and this was one of the most played title on this service, and it's still popular even today, you know, and on the Xbox One and Xbox Series, as people just play this with the help of the Master Chief Collection or something, the remastered version. I must admit I'm not a huge Halo fan because it has to do with the environment and the storyline. Everything is a little bit too epic and too colorful for me. If we talk about the gameplay mechanics and the mission design, this is really state of the art. But for me, Killzone was more, not approachable for me, more sexy in this case, because it was more realistic. The protagonist had a certain weight, the weapons felt really heavy and more realistic, and it was more gritty and more dark. This was more my kind of first-person shooter experience. But in history books, Halo 2 is very, very important. So, and I admit that. So, and the Master Chief is for the Xbox what is Super Mario for Nintendo. So, yeah. This is the limited collector's edition. I got this one a half a year ago when I was on vacation in Bavaria with my girlfriend. I bought back then the original Xbox. And of course, you need that one also. I played this already on the Xbox One with the Master Chief Collection, but I want to do a proper video in the future also, because hey, it's Halo 2 and this is really required, you know, for the Xbox. Yeah, I don't know the price about the collector's edition back then, but when you buy this now in stores in the way how it looks now, in the shape I mean, then it costs around 30 euros. So this is really cheap. This is the front of it, and that's the back. And it says, he has fought his way back 1 trillion miles across the void to protect the dearest prize of all, Earth. This exclusive 2 DVD set includes the making of Halo 2 behind the scenes, features on game design, animation, music and more, deleted scenes and outtakes, art gallery from concept to game, and commentaries from the development team. Yeah. So, you have 2 things then actually. This is the plastic sleeve. You can put this off actually, and then you have just the steel case. Looks like that. Then you have the Master Chief on the back. It says Halo 2, of course. And when you open it, it looks like that. I must admit there's a real downfall here inside, because the outside is very, very solid, really feels good, has a good quality, and the inside is so cheap, really. It's a real bummer, I think. Yeah, it's just my opinion. So, what do you get actually is, of course, the game, the DVD and the game, and behind that is actually then the limited collector's edition, you know, with the content what I just mentioned. Besides that, you get, let me put this away, you get the menu, and you get the conversation through the universe, and a small commercial about let me think, the official guide, yes, strategic important. And then you see insider tips and secrets from the makers, detailed maps, level designs, and more. And then, of course, you get even some artworks from the Halo universe. This is the official book of Halo 2. Yeah. And what did it cost back then? 15 euro. Okay, interesting. And here you have some information about the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really, really epic. I must admit that. So, yeah. Then of course, you have the menu, and I must really admit the design is not suitable, I think, you know. And I know this is the second character what you play, but I don't know. It's not. I don't know. It doesn't fit with the top of it about the color scheme. So and here they give even information about the Halo books. That is quite funny. Halo: The Fall of Reach. Play the hero past of the Super Soldier Master Chief, and blah 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 blah. Okay, interesting. I didn't saw that. So that is the storyline of Halo 2. Of course, this is the German version, but this is equivalent with the rest of the world. And of course, you have the enemy types. And back then, they really put a lot of effort. Not just they showed the image of the enemies and even the name. Now they give even detailed information that, yeah, you don't see this so often anymore. Yeah, and then of course, then you have the controller options. This is for the single player. And that was one of the big features also, that you can have a dual weapon, you know, that you have a weapon on the right and on the left. You can shoot them together. Yeah, everybody loved that. Yeah. And here it's about the hub, of course. Here's some fighting tactics. Yeah, and then of course you have the weapons, the nail gun, and the sniper, and the Alliance particle sword. Yeah, actually I never use that. I see in the multiplayer a lot of people use that. Yeah, then this is the stuff actually what most Master Chief mostly used. You know, his pistol and his machine rifles, shotgun. I must admit, I'm a huge fan of shotguns. Actually, I really like the punch of it. And Halo was always the shotguns felt always very cheap for me. Really, first. The distance was really, so you really know you have to say different. You must be really close to your enemy, otherwise a shotgun has totally no effect at all. And when you shoot, the punch is not really so strong. So I always had this feeling that I have some kind of plastic gun, you know, or water pistol. Yeah. And of course, the vehicles of the Alliance, what you can capture, the Benji. And I felt always the control of these vehicles was a little bit strange, because you move it with the view. And that was, yeah, I think not really practical. Yeah, and then of course, then you have the Warthog and its different variations, and of course the Scorpion tank. And here it's about the player profiles. And here, this is quite interesting. I mean, this was the really early beginnings of online play for consoles. You get the multiplayer explanations, you know, about system link, split screen, Xbox Live, how you open a gamer's lobby, and how you choose all the game types, the multiplayer HUD, and all these icons they explain. Yes. And discover Halo, the Halo 2 dimension with Xbox Live. Yeah. So, and then of course they tell you about the Xbox communicator, Xbox Live guests, statistics, stuff like that, and the friends list, and how you can make clans. And then here, multiplayer strategies. First, this is a single player strategy. And then you have team strategy, and here for clan support, you could even contact Bungie. Yeah, and here's some information about the official Halo fan club. And then, of course, the credits, and I really like that, the credits of the maker of the game, and even who created the netcode for Xbox Live. I mean, for the online multiplayer and all that stuff. So yeah, and see, they give special thanks to Peter Moore. He was back then the president of Xbox, I think, yes. And do they mention Bill Gates? Let me see. I don't see him. No Bill Gates. He was not important. Yeah, so here we get some information even from, this is about Conquer. Live and Reloaded was a remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day for the Nintendo 64, and it had an online multiplayer also. Yeah, the first Forza Motorsport. I must admit, both of these games I never played. Jade Empire, yeah, I have this game here. I want to do a proper video about that. I never played it, but I heard a lot of good things about that. And Mech Assault 2, Lone Wolf, I have also. I bought this with the original Xbox half a year ago, so I want to do a walkthrough. I mean, a long play also. Yeah, and what we have here? Okay, this is some control scheme also. Yeah. And beside that, Bungie put an effort, and these are the conversation of the universe. And this gives some more background information about the Halo universe. What is really, really crap and a really bad decision of who made this manual, this booklet, is they choose really crazy fonts. I mean, yeah, this is still readable, but this is really, really bad. And if you turn around, then you have a different font again. I mean, this is easy to read. And then you turn around again, and there's a different font. Here's different font. I must really admit, if you want to read that from page to page, you get really headache, you know? And look, try to read this stuff. This is really crazy. So, and then they change it again. So this is, yeah, bad, really bad design. Yeah. But yeah, it's an awesome game, and you can do nothing wrong with that in this case, you know. If you like first-person shooter on a console, of course you must play Halo 2. You know, there's no way around. And that's it for today. If you guys like my content, give me a thumbs up or subscribe. See you next time. And guys, don't forget to support your local video game store. Okay? Bye.